Happy Earth Day, everyone. Taking a moment to sit underneath one of my favorite trees. This is the great grandmother Norway spruce, I call her. She's right outside my house. Just went for a short walk with my dog on this blustery day. It's beautiful, the sun is shining. And it feels so good to be outside. And I wanted to share through this passage. I hope you guys can get outside at some point today. For me, Earth Day is every day, but I love that at least we have one day where we can all come together and focus on protecting our Earth, focus on sustainability, doing everything that we can. It's so important now more than ever. And I think one thing that's one of the only good things that's happening with the whole coronavirus pandemic is that it's bringing us all together, and it's bringing us more connected to nature. And there's less fossil fuels being used, and a lot is shifting. A lot of paradigms are shifting, and I hope that it can be, in some ways, a permanent change. A change of lifestyle, change to focusing on more ways connecting to the earth and preserving all that is. So I wanted to share with you a passage from a book by Mary Oliver. It's a collection of her essays, and this is like the introduction to the book, and it's really beautiful. It's called Upstream is the name of the book. You can check that out. But this little introduction sums up a lot of my philosophies of connecting to nature and life. One tree is like another tree, but not too much. One tulip is like the next tulip, but not altogether. More or less like people, a general outline, than the stunning individual strokes. Hello, Tom. Hello, Andy. Hello, Archibald. Hello, Violet. And Clarissa Bluebell. Hello, Lillian Willow and Noah, the oak tree. I've hugged and kissed every first day of spring for the last 30 years. And in reply, its thousands of leaves tremble. What a life is ours. Doesn't anybody in the world anymore want to get up in the middle of the night and sing? In the beginning, I was so young and such a stranger to myself, I hardly existed. I had to go out into the world and see it and hear it and react to it before I knew at all who I was, what I wanted to be. Wordsworth studied himself and found the subject astonishing. Actually, what he studied was his relationship to the harmonies and also the discords of the natural world. That's what created the excitement. I walk all day across the heaven-verging field, and whoever thinks these are worthy, breathy words I am writing down is kind. Writing is neither vibrant life nor docile artifact, but a text that would put all its money on the hope of suggestion. Come with me into the field of sunflowers is a better line than anything you will find here, and the sunflowers themselves far more wonderful than any words about them. I walked all one spring day upstream, sometimes in the midst of ripples, and sometimes along the shore. My company were violets, Dutchman creatures, spring beauties, trilliums, bloodroot, ferns, rising so curled one could feel the upward push of the delicate hairs upon their bodies. My parents were downstream, not far away, then farther away because I was walking the wrong way, upstream instead of downstream. Finally, I was advertised on the hotline of help, and yet there I was, slopping along happily in the stream's coolness. So maybe it was the right way, after all. If this was lost, let us all be lost always. The beech leaves were just slipping their copper coats, pale green and quivering, they arrived into the year. My heart opened and opened again. The water pushed against my effort, then its glassy permission to step ahead touched my ankles, a sense of going towards the source. I do not think that I ever, in fact, returned home. Do you think there is anything not attached by its unbreakable cord to everything else? Plant your peas and your corn in the field when the moon is full, or risk failure. This has been understood since planting began. The attention of the seed to the draw of the moon is, I suppose, measurable, like the tilt of the planet. Or maybe not. Maybe you have to add some immeasurable ingredient made of the hour, the singular field, the hand of the sower. It lives in my imagination strongly that the black oak is pleased to be a black oak. I mean all of them, but in particular one tree that leads me into black water, that is as shapely as a flower, that I have often hugged and put my lips to. Maybe it's 100 years old, and who knows what it dreamed of in the first springs of its life, escaping the cottontail's teeth and everything dangerous else. Who knows when supreme patience took hold, and the wind's wandering among its leaves was enough of motion, of travel. Little by little I waded from the region of the coltsfoots to the spring beauties, from there to the trilliums, from there to the bloodroot, then the dark ferns, then the wild music of the water thrush. When the chesty, fierce-furred bear becomes sick, he travels the mountainsides and the fields, searching for certain grasses, flowers, leaves, and herbs that hold within themselves the power of healing. He eats, he grows stronger. Could you, O clever one, do this? Do you know anything about where you live, what it offers? Have you ever said, Sir Bear, teach me. I am a customer of death coming. And would you give a pot of honey in my house on the western hills to know what you know? Oh, and would give you a pot of honey to know what you know. After the water thrush, there was only silence. Understood from the first this certainty: butterflies don't write books, neither do lilies or violets, which doesn't mean they don't know in their own way what they are, that they don't know they're alive, that they don't feel that action upon which all consciousness sits, lightly or heavenly. Humility is the prize of the leaf world. Vainglory is the bane of us, the humans. Sometimes the desire to be lost again, as long ago, comes over me like a vapor. With growth into adulthood, responsibilities claim me, so many heavy coats. I didn't choose them, I don't fault them, but it took time to reject them. Now in the spring I kneel. I put my face into the packets of violets, the dampness, the freshness, the sense of everness. Something is wrong, I know it, if I don't keep my attention on eternity. May I be the tiniest nail in the house of the universe, tiny but useful. May I stay forever in the stream. May I look down upon the windflower and the bull thistle and the coreopus with the greatest respect. Teach the children. We don't matter so much, but the children do. Show them daisies and the pale hepatica. Teach them the taste of sassafras and wintergreen, the lives of the blue sailors, mallow, sunbursts, the moccasin flowers, and the frisky ones, inkberry, lamb's quarters, blueberries, and the aromatic ones, rosemary, oregano. Give them peppermint to put in their pockets as they go to school. Give them the fields and the woods and the possibility of the world salvaged from the lords of profit. Stand them in the stream, head them upstream. Rejoice as they learn to love this green space they live in, its sticks and leaves, and then the silent, beautiful blossoms. Attention is the beginning of devotion. So many beautiful words there. Talking about our connection to the earth. I hope you gain some insight from them. Definitely sums up a lot of how I view my connection to the natural world. So get outside, feel that warm sun on your face, that cool breeze. Take a deep breath and hear the sounds of nature all around you. And give thanks for today. Give thanks for every day being alive on this earth. Let's focus on the healing of this planet and all who walk upon it.